Okay, so I need to show you something embarrassing. This is my YouTube channel, and this is my most viewed videos of all time. Later tutorial, Planoly tutorial, Facebook Creator Studio, lead pages tutorial. Now, I'm a YouTube strategist. I have built YouTube channels for many different clients that generate them 6 to 7 figures per year. And on my coaching side, I teach people how to do this themselves and how to create sales engines on the back end of their YouTube channels to bring them in sales on autopilot. But my top performing videos are tutorials for software tools that have nothing to do with me and my business or what I sell. I trained YouTube and everyone watching my videos to treat me like Google. And today I'm going to show you exactly how that happened, what it cost me, and the specific things I changed in how I approach YouTube as a whole, as a strategy, and how I've evolved as a YouTube strategist myself so that you don't make the same mistakes that I did. Here's the thing. When I first started my channel, I was just learning about YouTube. I was actually a social media manager at the time who had a background in graphic design. So when I started my channel, it was really to help me get more clients in my branding and social media. So I did what most people did when they first get started on YouTube. I asked myself, what are people searching for? What can I help with? And what do I know how to do? And the answer at the time felt really obvious, right? I was a social media manager. People wanted tutorials. People were always Googling tech. So I made those videos, and honestly, it worked. You could see that the views were incredible. 38,000 views, 35,000 views. And honestly, those views felt really incredible at the time. But what I didn't understand at the time was that views from the wrong people are not leads. The woman watching the Planoly tutorial at 11 p.m. is not sitting there thinking, I need to hire a YouTube strategist. Now, bear in mind that at the time, I was not a YouTube strategist. I was a social media manager, so it made sense. But as my business pivoted and as I changed and learned more about YouTube and started helping clients with their YouTube channels, my level of expertise grew with it, but my channel didn't catch up quite fast enough. That woman, when she was Googling that, she was really just thinking about trying to schedule her Instagram posts, right? She probably found me because she was searching for the software's name, maybe comparing two different softwares together. She watched the video. She probably found it helpful. I have tons of comments on those videos about how awesome they are, but she probably watched it, left, and then maybe never came back. Or if she did come back, she probably realized that I'm no longer a social media manager and that I have started creating videos on YouTube, and there was some misalignment when it came to my channel. At the time, as I was pivoting from social media management to YouTube strategy, I was getting thousands and thousands of views on my videos from people who had zero intention of ever buying from me. And worse, I was creating an audience of people who expected those kinds of videos from me, who expected social media content, tools, tutorials, that sort of thing, even though I was moving into a different era of myself as a leader and myself as a business that no longer offered that. So when I sat down to actually audit my YouTube channel in the exact same way that I audit my clients' channels, this is what I found. Problem number one is some of my videos didn't have a job. Now, a video has a job when it actually leads somewhere. When the person watching is a realistic buyer, they watch it, then they want to learn more and continue to take the next step with you, whether that's to book a call, to download some sort of lead magnet, to watch a free resource of yours, something that moves them closer to actually working with you. The second problem was that I was getting found for brands that were not actually my own. I was getting found for keywords like Planoly, Later, Facebook, and I was essentially doing their content marketing for them. Now, a caveat here is that tutorials using bigger brand names like this isn't necessarily a bad strategy. There can be times where this can be a really, really lucrative strategy depending on your niche. But the point of this problem that I'm trying to make is that if you're relying consistently only on those types of videos and not actually expressing your authority, that's when it becomes a problem. And that's where people are not going to find you, watch you, figure out that you're the person to solve their problem and actually purchase from you. And that brings me into problem number 3, which was that my channel had no authority signals. If a potential client found me in 2021 and scrolled through my videos, there was no way that my videos were showing them how I thought differently, what I believe to be true about YouTube, video content, and YouTube strategy, and how my approach is actually different from someone else who is teaching similar things on YouTube. I looked like a generalist social media creator. I hadn't made the transition from what I was before as a baby business to what I wanted to become or what I was becoming as my business pivoted and changed. And that gap between who I was becoming and who I am now versus what my channel was actually showing people was costing me clients that I'd never even realized I was losing. If you look at my channel now and you look at the most recent videos I've been creating, there are things like the channel structure mistakes that everyone's making. What happens when an agency actually runs your YouTube channel? The red flags I notice every time I audit someone's channel. Do you notice the difference here? These titles actually tell you who I am, what I do, what makes me different, and they're specifically outlined for my ideal client at a specific stage in their client journey. They're not for everyone. They're for the CEO who is thinking about YouTube and maybe is struggling to figure out how to do it, if they should hire help for it, the mistakes they're currently making. And that is the reason why those videos now attract viewers who are potential clients, not just viewers. So here are the 3 shifts I made from the YouTube channel that I used to have that was a hot mess express to the one that I have now. The first shift was that I stopped creating content for viewers and searchers and started creating content for actual buyers. Because there's a really big difference between someone who searches, how can I use Planoly, versus someone who searches, should I hire a YouTube manager? One of those people is a future client and the other person is just looking for a solution, will watch and most likely bounce off your channel. Your content should be designed for your ideal client at every step of the buyer's journey. And if you want to learn a little bit more about what that looks like, I have another video on my channel where I go through that in depth, and I'll link it in the YouTube cards above here for you. Plus, if you want to learn my 3-phase system to making YouTube become a lead machine for you, you can check out my masterclass in the description below. Okay, the second shift that I made is that I let my actual thinking show up on camera. Now, what does this mean? This means instead of just bland tutorials that anyone could make, that blended in with any other creator, I started actually expressing the way that my brain actually works when it comes to YouTube. I started expressing the mistakes that I've made, my experiences, my perspective, and how my opinions have changed from old me versus new me, right? Kind of like what we were doing throughout this video. And the third shift that I made is that I gave every single video a clear next step. Now, this is something that I was sort of doing even back then. I had a lot of lead magnets out there. I was sending people to a lot of things, but the problem was that those lead magnets never actually connected to my back end offer ecosystem. They were just things that I thought people might be interested in to get them on my email list, but then those people never actually converted into a sale because nothing was congruent between the front end marketing of my lead magnets to my actual offers. So the shift that I made specifically in there is that every single video has a clear next step that guides people into an offer in the back of my ecosystem. So to recap this, here's the truth. If you're making educational content right now or lots of tutorials and tips and tricks kinds of videos, and you're wondering why you're not getting clients from it, I want you to go to your YouTube channel and look at your top 3 to 5 videos and ask yourself, who is actually watching this? Who is this video actually for? And does this video actually guide someone into the back end of my offers? If there is some misalignment there, your channel most likely has the same problem that mine used to have. And the fix isn't to just create more content. It's actually to revive your strategy and create better aligned content that has your authority intertwined. If you want to see exactly what I look for when I audit a channel to see if they have authority or not, I put together a free guide that walks you through exactly that. It's called the Authority Gap, and you can grab it in the description below this video. And if you want to see the specific framework that I used to make sure that every single one of my videos has a job, make sure to watch this video next. I'm going to be breaking it down in more detail there. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos just like this one. We'll see you next week. Bye.